Hello everyone. Something you may have noticed. New lights in my room. It looks so much better. Back before, the lighting in my room almost looked like season 11 from Thomas. There, I'm just fixing the camera. So yeah, it looked like someone kind of pissed in the room. Just like season 11 of Thomas. Boom, roasted. Anyways, that's I'm not here just to roast season 11. You're here because I'm finally doing my own Thomas and Friends fan cast. A lot of people I've seen on Instagram and Twitter do their own fan cast. So I figured, why don't I give it a shot? So that's why this video exists. Let's get started. Starting with a narrator. Now in my fan cast, the narrator would be Angelina Jolie. We've never had a female narrator in the Thomas, in the franchise. Well, in the show, movies, the Pack spinoff, that type. And I think, and since like I really enjoyed her roles in Kung Fu Panda and Those Who Wish Me Dead, I figured she might make a really good narrator. Now, Thomas. In my interpretation, Thomas would be voiced by Jack Dylan Grazer. I figured since like he did a great job in Ron's Gone Wrong, I think he might make a really good Thomas someday. Now, I also forgot to mention, this is out of order, so you're going to notice not the exact character numbering, but you'll know what I mean. Next up is James. James would be voiced by Christian Bale. Since Christian Bale had a great British accent in Ford vs. Ferrari, I think he would actually make a really good James. To be honest, it was kind of hard to make this list because it was just so hard to like envision these characters with these celebrity voices. What's that? Next up is Emily, who would be voiced by Jodie Comer. Now, I saw two of Jodie's movies, Free Guy and The Last Duel, this year. And in The Last Duel, she had a really great British accent. And since it's close to a Scottish accent, I think she would make a pretty good Emily. Next up is Gordon. Gordon would be voiced by Matt Damon. Now, I was originally going to have James as Matt Damon on this list, but I was more thinking, but then later on I thought, it just doesn't fit James. I was maybe too much thinking of the US season 6 dub. So I decided to put Matt Damon for Gordon. I think it fits. Next up is Rosie. So in my fan cast, Rosie would be voiced by Maisie Williams, who a lot of you may have known from Game of Thrones, and how I know her was the New Mutants. I think Maisie Williams is a great actress, and I think she would do a great job as Rosie. Next up is Henry, who would be voiced by John Goodman. Since Henry has this much deeper voice in season 5, and that's kind of how John Goodman sounds, I think the two go well together. So that's what I decided to do in my fan cast. Next up is Edward, who would be voiced by Brad Pitt. Since Edward is a wise, old, experienced engine, I decided to look around for an actor who's a wise actor and experienced, and who does sound kind of old. I eventually was looking around my movie collection until I stumbled across Ad Astra, and then I decided, yes, I think Brad Pitt would be awesome for Edward. And that's what I went with. Up next is Flying Scotsman. And Flying Scotsman would be voiced by Mark Hamill. Now, in the CGI series, Flying Scotsman has this kind of cocky, stern, deep voice. And I thought, what if Mark Hamill would... What if Mark Hamill voiced Flying Scotsman? And I thought, yes. Next up is Molly, the yellow engine from the hit era. Molly would be voiced by Emma Watson. Now, I think Emma Watson is such a fantastic actress. I saw her in all 8 of the Harry Potter movies. I'm still hoping to check out some of her other movies like Little Woman 2019. And I thought she would be amazing for Molly. Next up is Rebecca. And Rebecca would be played by Saoirse Ronan. She was the main lead in the Little Women remake that Emma Watson was in. And she's also going to be in the upcoming Searchlight film, See How They Run, with Sam Rockwell. I think Ronan fits well as Rebecca, because they're both from Great Britain, and I just think they go well. Next up is Spencer, the Silver A4, and in my voice cast, he would be voiced by Bryan Cranston, who a lot of you may know from Breaking Bad. He was also in The One and Only Ivan, Kung Fu Panda 3, and why him? That's all I know he's in. Cranston's a really good actor, and I think he does fit the more cocky Spencer that we all know and love from the show. Next up is Percy, who is, I think the one person who suits Percy well is Michael Cerne from Superbad, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and Juno. Cerne has like some really great comedic timing from what I've seen in the clips of Scott Pilgrim, and I knew he'd be great at channeling Percy. Now here's the last one on this list right now. I may update this someday, and if I do update it, I'll let you guys know in the comments below. So the last one is Lady the Lost Engine, and she would be voiced by McKenna Grace, who has just appeared in the new Ghostbusters movie. She was also in Scoob, Spirit Untamed, what was it, that one Searchlight movie she was in with Chris Evans? Oh, Gifted. I also think McKenna Grace is such a great actor, and she's also a great singer. I saw one of her Instagram videos. Holy crap, that was some amazing singing. And I think she would be a great voice for Lady. And that is my fan cast. I know not everyone's going to agree with this, but we all have our own different takes on this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later.